Now let's have a look at the wetlands here. I'd like to introduce Dr. Rob Butler, a biologist who has worked in Boundary Bay for many years.
I've been here for, must be 20, 30 years working in this bay, and it's one of the spectacular wetlands here on the Pacific coast. Many wetlands have a similar kind of features. They all have water, they all have plants like these ones behind us that can tolerate the water, and they all have this mucky soil. You can see around us this mucky, ooh, look at this stuff. This is what they like. And the way it works here on the coast is the water moves in and out because of tides. This is something that's typical on all coastal areas. So the tide right now is a long, long way out behind us, but in a few hours, all that water is going to come in here, and this is going to be all wet where we're standing. And as a result of that, all of these plants have to be able to tolerate this too. They have to know that their feet are going to get wet. Not only do they get wet, but they get wet with salt water because that's the Pacific Ocean behind us. As a result of that, the water that's coming in with all that salt would kill all the other kinds of plants, but these are special plants that live only in the salt water. So that makes it a coastal wetland. It's an estuary wetland. We also have some water coming in here, some fresh water just to the side of me, and it's coming from behind us on the land. And it's mixing with the salt water, and it creates what is called an estuary. An estuary is a place where the fresh water and the salt water mix. And so again, you get some other distinctive plants that will be only found in this estuary. So here on the coast, we have estuary wetlands and we have saltwater wetlands. And both of these are wetlands like other ones. They all are wet. They all have the salt-tolerant plants. They all have the wet plants, and they have the wet mud. So that's what makes Boundary Bay so special.